Hi, it's Debbie and Audrey with the Question Queens, and we've got a great video for you guys today. The question is, how do you communicate? And I have some very interesting stats that Poppy's not heard yet, but this has to do with online dating. So I was reading the survey because I'm a nerd. The stat that interested me was women were more emotional with their words. And the more words the woman used in their messages, this is only on online dating, the more words the women used in their messages, the more she actually liked the guy.
Hmm.
Isn't that interesting? Now,
That is interesting.
the more words she used, she got more responses.
Mm-hmm.
The men, the more words they used, the least responses they got. So the more they used, the least women responded to them. And if they used fewer words, they got more responses. What do you
That's
think
why it's
about
hard
that?
being a guy. That's perfectly sums up not why it's hard being a guy.
It
Is
is.
that is I don't know if your survey was statistically valid, but that if it was if it was, that is a perfect example of why women are hard to please. That if a guy puts his feelings out on Front Street, we're like, oh, you're needy.
I know.
You're too accessible. Oh.
So honestly, now let's break that down because is it they fear that they're too needy, or what is because people do things for two reasons. Out of fear, they're going to get hurt, or pursuit of happiness. That's it. Those two things. Every single decision is made for those two reasons. So with that core belief,
Mm-hmm.
let's say they are interested in them, but something makes them afraid, or they don't think they're going to be happy.
Yeah,
So
I don't
what
think
what
women
would
are
they
sitting
be
there
afraid
thinking
of?
all of that.
What would they be afraid of?
I think a more emotional language and more language from the guy comes across as desperate and too accessible.
I don't. And here's why. I think, and maybe it's from my experience, and it's not so much of whether or not if a guy writes me a very heavily
And
emotionally
again,
worded,
and you have
just an
to
emotionally worded message, period. Let's
right.
say he does. It's not that I fear his emotion or that he has needs or he is just like me, except he's in male form.
Right.
It's that I fear more that I'm going to hurt his feelings if I don't end up feeling the exact same way. That's honest to God's
Lame.
truth.
Lame. I do not believe you.
How do you not believe me? It's the truth.
That's too lame.
It is the truth.
So here's my confusion
I
in
feel
all
like
of
they're
this.
sensitive and I feel like I'm going to hurt their feelings. When
And so
when a man is more stoic about things, and less sensitive and less emotional about their words, I don't feel like I'm going to hurt them as bad if I don't feel the same way.
okay,
Go ahead.
you were lame. Uh
I'm always lame.
you are saying
And
what I'm saying,
I'm not saying
which
it's for
is
everybody.
you want a guy that's less emotionally available.
I don't.
Yes, you do, because now maybe it's because he's more virile and strong, or maybe it's because you don't want to have to worry about hurting his feelings. But you are saying that what you want is a man that's emotionally less available.
At the beginning, I don't want all of his emotions laid out there, nor would I ever lay all of my emotions out there.
You're saying exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly another way of saying the stink of desperation.
I don't think so. I
Mhm.
just don't think that, I think that if
You're
someone
saying what I'm
is,
saying.
no, you're saying that I don't want an emotionally available man. And that's not true at all. I do want someone
Let's, I
that
mean,
is very comfortable talking about his feelings and very comfortable expressing his emotions. But when you express your emotions to a complete total stranger,
stinks of
to
desperation.
me, that puts a lot on me
Mm-mm.
and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
But the women don't have any problem doing it, and
Men,
the men are open to it.
because men aren't reacting emotionally, they're reacting logically. Therefore, that's the
They're
difference.
like, thanks for the information.
Exactly. So a woman is not reacting logically, she is reacting emotionally. So it's not that we don't want men that are emotional, it's just we can't handle it. Now, I'm not speaking for all women.
Less than a minute.
I'm not going to speak for all women, but I'm saying that I don't want to hurt this man, and obviously he is very emotionally tied into whoever I am, and I don't even know him.
And that's why it's hard for it to be men in today's
I
society.
think it's hard for to be both. But anyways, all right, so
No.
that's our question. What do you guys think? Leave us
Hot
a
topic.
comment. We disagree, and I love when we
We disagree. She is lame.
I
Get
love
it in the
that.
comments. Tell her she's lame.
Leave a comment, let us know. All right, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.